believe in time to sing it down. Bows down.
Welcome to podcast number 9. This is going to be a action-packed, fun-filled podcast. So I was just talking to Av, and Av says there are so many funny things going on in the news this week that we're not talking about any of them.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of subjects we need to avoid because they're depressing.
That's right. I mean, my wife was saying, what's all this about the Taliban? I said, you can watch Coronation Street. But other exciting things happening in the news this week were... Oh, the Labour Party expelled a film director.
Ken Roach?
Ken Loach. Ken Roach is in Coronation Street.
Yeah. The Labour Party. I thought the Labour Party have banned him.
No, they've not banned Coronation Street. They've banned Ken Loach, film director. Name 3 of his films.
Was Kess one of them?
Did he do? I like Keir. We had to read that at school.
Was that one of his films?
I'm going to say yes because I can't be asked to go on to Google. If you can say something funny for 2 minutes, I'll have a look.
Well, I was watching Coronation Street, and I was waiting for someone to be anti-Semitic, but I don't understand. That's what I was thinking. I thought, whoa.
I'll give you the top 5. Land and Freedom, 1995. Poor Cow, 1967. The Wind That Shakes the Barley, 2006. Riff Raff, 1991. And the number 1 ranked film for Ken Loach is Kess, 1969.
Hello, Kess. You could be Kess. He was ahead of his time, wasn't he? I imagine. Is that right?
Yeah, no, I think so. He's got a good body of work. Whether or not I'd like to watch it all, I don't know. I like my films with exploding men.
He's not current though.
And I'm not talking porn. I'm talking guns.
He's not very current though, is he? He's not really. Is he relevant anymore?
Well, he's relevant because he's in the news, and Keir Starmer has decided to become Tony Blair for the populists and kick out anyone that might have any leanings towards socialism out of the party. I personally think that's a mistake. I really do. I think they're not going to get anywhere by becoming a clone of a Blair Conservative government. But they're not going to get anywhere being a socialist government either. So,
Labour's not Socialist Party anymore, is it?
No.
It's a party for middle classes. The vast majority of MPs are middle class, so that's people who vote there for them. I imagine the ones are also middle class. That's their representation, isn't it? I say that.
I would think so.
Sure there's a handful which are probably not, but I think the majority are, aren't they?
Yeah, most of them are university educated, which doesn't make you middle class, but doesn't make you working class.
They should get they should get Quentin Tarantino to join, replace the director with the director.
Because they wouldn't expel him, would they? Because he'd explode the people all around him. Come on, Quentin, blow them up or make them vampires. Keir Starmer is a vampire. You're going now.
He's a nutter as well, Quentin Tarantino. He's totally bonkers.
That's only your opinion.
No, there was a story about him, and he was from an actress who did, Inglourious Bastards.
Yes, great film.
And and she was. There's a scene where a woman's getting throttled. Apparently, he wasn't happy that he wasn't passing. He wasn't passing it off very well, throttling her. So Quentin Tarantino got involved and started throttling her properly. I was like, and she's laughing about it, and she was on a talk show talking about it. But he's thinking, that there's something not quite right with him. He's thinking, I've got to actually throttle this person. That's what I feel like when I see Keir Starmer.
You want to throttle him?
Throttle him.
Yeah. I was going to defend acting because I used to be an actor. I don't know if I still am an actor. I'm a member of Equity. Does it make me an actor, or does it mean I get cheap public liability assurance? I don't know. But I used to direct kids, mate, and I used to make them jump out of their skins to get something out of them. I used to shout so loud. I talk really quietly, and if one was really like not paying attention, I would shout. So even the parents wouldn't come in to my session until the end, and they were all scared of me because all they hear me was shouting. It's just a way of getting them to do stuff. They all adored me.
I can imagine you going, "You shit! You are not being professional.
No.
This is the pro leagues. You are amateur."
I never swore. I never swore. I never hit him. I'd make him jump. That's all I'd do. Make him jump.
Make him jump.
Just going. Well, I can't do it because the microphone will explode. But like, I'd be just talking like that, and I go, "Don't you do that!" And it would be like, and they go, "Where'd that come from?" Be hilarious. But yeah, no. So acting, I do think you need to get reactions out of some actor because some actors are bloody pussies. I'm going to be honest. They are so wet behind the ears. Some are brilliant. Some you don't even have to tell them to do anything. But some seem to just become actors because they're popular rather than putting the work in, and that's my opinion.
I think there's a lot of good actors in Parliament. That's why there aren't anymore. That's what it's all about, Steve.
Yeah, you're right. It's public speaking, isn't it?
No, it's bullshitting. Convincing people you care.
I said public speaking. I've said
it's bullshitting. It's bullshitting.
Oh, but no! Today is the 16th of August, isn't it? It's double Freedom Day. I can now, if I get pinged on the app, which I never downloaded, then I don't have to self-isolate. I just have to go and get a PCR test.
Okay.
Now, let me
Freedom Day.
Good. So everybody now, if you're pinged and you've been double jabbed, you don't have to self-isolate for 10 days, but you do have to get a PCR test. If you get one of those tests and you are positive, then you do have to self-isolate for 10 days. So, Av, let's say you get pinged. Would you go and get a test? Or would you say, no, I'm fine?
I'll get a test.
If you needed to work. Oh, yeah, but you're a decent human being. Most people, though. Most people, right? If you make it...
That's the acting coming in line again, aren't you?
I said this right to one of the lads that I work with. Right, he's a bit dozy, and he's a bit angry, I said he accused me of lying, and he said, "You're a liar." I said, "Mate, I never lie," and I said, "You're an incredibly handsome-looking human being." Right over his head. Right, didn't get it at all. He just thought I was a fucking. Yeah, no, I wasn't acting out, but you're a decent human being, right? But if you make a choice for people now to whether to get a test, right, or to self-isolate if you're positive, right, people aren't going to do that if they can't afford to be positive.
Yeah, well,
it's the same situation.
Yeah, it is. I mean, what do you say? I mean, they're supposed to give you. They were talking about increasing the sick pay, but they never did it, did they? So, is an incentive? They give you incentive now. Is it right? They give you incentive to stay at home. I think
there used to be. There was a £500 payment, they were saying, but then it's got to be if you're not taking any other sort of benefit whatsoever, and you are losing money from work. If they actually say you're not going to get any money. But I don't know how many places will say, "Oh God, he's been off. This is the third time he's been pinged. It's 30 days, and we're paying him for it." I don't know who pays for that.
To be honest, Steve, if I had 10 days off from work, come back, no one knows it's all gone.
Ooh, I know you wanted to talk about New Zealand, but I've got a nice lead in for you, right? If this country had a public holiday for every person who had died of COVID, we wouldn't have to work for 400 odd years. Whereas New Zealand would take most of February off.
Depressing, Steve. That's why I was gonna be like something funny to lean on. Yeah, you just. It's
no, but it just shows the incompetence, right, of this country. 400 years, whereas I think you knew 25 days they'd have off. New Zealand, 25 deaths. But I mean, it's a smaller country, but they did lock down. They did lock down pretty damn quick.
I think everyone's saying they did great, but I'm thinking they're going too far now. They've done like a Preeti Patel. What Preeti Patel wants to do. I bet Preeti Patel's there screaming her head off, saying, "That's what I want to do. I want to close the borders."
But no, you're right. Closing the borders, but they're saying they're not going to open up again till 2022.
Well, they lost massive. Was it the Lord of the Rings contract? As worth like a few $100 million. It's
gone to Amazon are doing a remake, aren't they? Doing it in this country.
That's it, yeah, that's it. And it's.
You would make a great Hobbit.
Thanks.
What?
I've got big hairy feet. He's saying because I've got big hairy feet and I'm short.
You're short. I have not seen your hairy feet, but you're short.
I thought it was average. I thought it was average 5'7". Isn't that average height for the general?
I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot if I stand on you. So.
What size shoe are you?
I'm a size 10.5, really. Oh, you're bigger. I bet you're going to be bigger now, you short ass.
No, I'm a 9.5.
9.5's an average foot. I would imagine 5'7" is an average height as well. But you've got a pixie-looking face, like a hobbity face.
Well, I've been called many things, Steve. Looking at my face.
There you go.
But never a hobbit.
Of all the things I've been called, he's called me a pixie and a hobbit.
Yeah, a pixie hobbit.
You never thought you could be called something else, did you? After all these years. Yeah. No, honestly, I think you would be good. I'd want to be a wizard.
Master betrayed us.
No, I don't think you'd be a good golem.
Yeah. I thought he was going to say something else soon. Is it Scotland who got the contract? Was it UK?
Well, I would assume it was Scotland, but they're making it sound like Team UK, aren't they?
Yeah.
Even though Scotland is we're going to be but do you know in New Zealand when they first did the first, I think it was either the first, no, because they filmed them all together, didn't they, Lord of the Rings? So they must have dug up and made hobbit holes and things in the New Zealand countryside. But the New Zealand council said, look, if you dig up you put it back to how it was, so it's back to being green pastures and things like that. And they regretted it because it was such a tourist thing. People were going to New Zealand just to see the other things. So when they did The Hobbit, they made sure they left everything. So you can go and see the sets of The Hobbit, but you can't go and see the sets of Lord of the Rings.
It's weird how it's worked out, isn't it? It's like, we were the worst country when it comes to deaths of it in Europe, I would say. I mean,
yeah, we're the best.
We're the best at people dying. Yeah.
Team GB, come on. We've got a gold medal in COVID deaths.
Yeah, terrible. But then we've got hundreds of millions of dollars that's going to be spent in the economy, or the UK economy. Rishi Sunak's going cha-ching.
That's racist. Where are you saying the money's coming from?
Amazon spending that on production and
yeah. No, but Amazon don't pay tax.
Well, after filming that, I'm sure they'll get like a nice deduction from the UK government, won't they?
I would have just put my hand up. By the way, when I say Amazon don't pay tax, they do pay tax. They pay exactly the same amount of tax that they have to pay. Whatever the country that they're in, they pay the tax that they're asked for. It's just that the fact that all these knob-headed, conservative, rich people didn't realise that Amazon could do the same as them. Find your own loophole. Harry Potter.
Yeah. He's raking it in, going to space. He's making a new Hobbit films. And we talk going off tangent, but he bought MGM Studios, so he's got their back catalogue now.
Oh, excellent! Because I like Amazon. I get Amazon Prime just because I'm a lazy fuck, and if I want some Pritt sticks by 6 o'clock in the evening, instead of driving my car into Redditch and going to WH Smith and paying through the nose, I'll wait till 6 o'clock for my Pritt sticks to arrive at half the price of what I'd pay at WH Smith's.
Well, I think that's a myth, that is, because if you look at certain things, they are cheaper to buy on to get from supermarkets or local shops as well. It's cheaper from if you walk down the road and get it.
It's never happened to me. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think so. I think I've always managed to get a bargain. I think I have £140 for a table today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about I'm thinking of small items, like even video games.
I know what you're saying, but there's no guarantee that they'll arrive by 6 o'clock that evening. Yeah,
but do you need it by 6 o'clock in that evening?
Yeah, because I didn't want to go to WH Smith's and pay £3.20 for a tube of Pritt stick, so I waited until 6 o'clock and paid half price.
Well, if you go to the works, you can buy probably 4 non-branded Pritt sticks for about £1.
I don't buy unbranded. I buy Pritt sticks.
Unbranded?
Who do you think you're talking to? Jesus Christ!
I think we just talked about being middle class, didn't we? Sorry.
Unbranded Pritt sticks. No, to be fair, I use a lot of glue for magic effects and things, because you have to make up your own props and stuff. And I can't cope with anything. Pritt sticks to me has always been. This is not an advert, Pritt stick people. So give us some money. But I do prefer the Pritt sticks. I really do than a home brand glue sticks. I apologise.
I'm glad you made it clear then that it was Pritt sticks.
Just thought I'd let you know. I wanted to say as well, because you were talking about Bezos and buying MGM, which would be good though, because there'll be some better. Because I do think the Amazon Prime Video is a bit of a letdown, although some good stuff has come out of it, but not. Well, yeah, because Pink concert was on the other week, so I was pleased with that. But he's also, do you know, he's put about 2,500 satellites, mini satellites in orbit over the next 2 years. Do you know why he's doing that? Why he's putting 2,500 mini satellites in orbit?
Is it because he's an evil genius and he's going to hold the world to ransom? $1 million.
I'm not sure if it's evil, but he is a genius, because it'll give everyone around the world, everyone around the world, broadband. Might be fucking expensive, but everyone will have it. Should we go now?
Yeah.